Welcome to the Cool English Podcast, where I bring you English vocab, culture, pronunciation, and much more.
Hello! Today we're back with the final part in our food vocabulary section of dinner foods. We're going over level 3 today, so if you haven't checked out the other 2 parts, please do that. Let's get started. So the first word in level 3 is a creamy appetizer made with leafy greens and a thistle vegetable.
Spinach and artichoke dip.
So spinach and artichoke dip. It sounds a little scary because spinach and artichoke aren't so common vegetables, but it's actually just a ton of Parmesan cheese and garlic. So you don't really taste the vegetables that much. And the dip part is because we use chips or bread to dip into this and eat it. It's quite good. Next, breaded and fried slices of a purple vegetable baked with cheese and tomato sauce.
Eggplant parmesan.
So eggplant parmesan. And people who don't like veal parmesan can use eggplant, which will be breaded and fried with some tomato sauce and mozzarella cheese. And it's actually quite good. It tastes like meat. So you might try an eggplant parmesan one day. Next, a creamy soup with shellfish and potatoes.
Clam chowder.
So clam chowder. A chowder is normally a creamy soup that has some seafood. Clams are really common, especially in the Northeast. So for example, New England clam chowder is famous. It's a common appetizer you might try, or if it's a cold day outside, you might get some clam chowder. Next, tender cuts of young sheep, often grilled or roasted.
Lamb chops.
Lamb chops. So a young sheep is a lamb. We don't say the B. And lamb chops, similar to pork chops, are going to be pieces of the lamb that are grilled or roasted. Very common to use rosemary with it as a flavoring. Next, cooked shellfish served cold with a spicy tomato-based sauce.
Shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail. So be careful. This is a common appetizer, but it is cold. It's not hot. And the cocktail sauce is the reason why it's called cocktail. And cocktail sauce is ketchup with some horseradish. It's kind of like the stuff they put in wasabi. So it's a little spicy, but very good. We normally use some lemon on top of the shrimp, and then we dip it in the cocktail sauce. After that, fried rings of squid, often served with marinara sauce.
Calamari.
Calamari. So calamari are these rings of fried squid, and we have a marinara sauce normally to dip in them. Next, the meaty part of a large shellfish, usually broiled or grilled.
Lobster tail.
Lobster tail. So the lobster is the animal, and the tail is the back of it, and this is where the most of the meat is. And lobster tail is delicious, but it's also one of the most expensive items on the menu. After that, fried dumplings filled with a mixture of crab and cream cheese.
Crab rangoons.
So crab rangoons are an Asian appetizer, but you see them in many restaurants because they're so popular. And they're this kind of fried puff pastry filled with crab meat and a mixture of cream cheese and maybe some green onions. We dip them in a sweet and sour sauce. They're very, very good. After that, a fillet of pink fish seasoned with a spicy mix and seared.
Cajun blackened salmon.
Okay, so salmon is the fish. We don't say the L, no salmon. We say salmon. And if something is blackened, it means that there's a lot of spices on it. It's blackened fish is going to be full of pepper or different spices. Cajun is a famous spicy seasoning, a blend of spices that comes from New Orleans or Louisiana. So Cajun blackened salmon, I guarantee you, will have some kick, as we say, or some spice to it. Finally, a baked dish of seasoned ground meat and breadcrumbs.
Meatloaf.
So meatloaf. So moms in the past used to make meatloaf where they would mix together the ground meat and the breadcrumbs, and it looks like a loaf of bread. You slice it like bread. And I'm not a huge fan of meatloaf, but many people love it, and they like to use ketchup with it, I believe. So you might try meatloaf if that's your thing. Okay, let's do a little review. So,
Spinach and artichoke dip.
Spinach and artichoke dip. I think that's going to be number 4.
Clam chowder.
Clam chowder. I think clam chowder is also number 4, the soup. What if we go to our flashcards? So, what is the tender cuts of young sheep, often grilled or roasted? So we said similar to pork, we say lamb chops. Lamb chops. Or maybe the meaty part of a large shellfish, normally broiled or grilled. I said it's a very expensive protein. Lobster tail. Or fried rings of squid, often served with marinara sauce. Calamari. How about the ears? Let's see if you can hear some of these words. Which 3 words do you hear?
The lamb chops are good.
And a shrimp cocktail.
I ordered us calamari.
So I think it said lamb chops, shrimp cocktail, and calamari. Let's see if you can hear.
The lamb chops are good.
And a shrimp cocktail.
I ordered us calamari.
Yeah, I heard all 3. Let's try another one.
We'll have the lobster tail.
I'd like the crab rangoon.
But I ordered blackened Cajun salmon with cranberry vinaigrette.
2-minute warning for meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
So there are 4 in that one. We had lobster tail, crab rangoon, Cajun blackened salmon, and meatloaf. Let's see if you can hear it.
We'll have the lobster tail.
Lobster tail,
I'd like the crab rangoon.
crab rangoon,
But I ordered blackened Cajun salmon with cranberry
blackened Cajun salmon, so he inverted it.
vinaigrette.
2-minute warning for meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf. All right, what about some open questions? So, what do you think is in spinach and artichoke dip? Well, obviously, spinach and artichoke, but there's a lot of cheese and a lot of garlic. What would you prefer, clam chowder or eggplant parmesan? I would prefer eggplant parmesan. I don't like soup so much. If I have like a cold maybe, or it's a really cold night. How do they normally cook lamb chops? I've seen it grilled a lot of times, grilled lamb chops. We can also roast it in the oven. What's the difference between a lobster tail and a crab rangoon? Well, lobster tail is like a big piece of lobster meat, where a crab rangoon is like a fried dough or pastry that's going to be filled with cream cheese and a little bit of crab, not much. Okay, well, how about your memory visually? Let's see. So I think we have the eggplant parmesan, the clam chowder, and the lamb chops. Let's try another one. Oh, it's pretty fast. I'll let you see it again. So I think there we had shrimp cocktail, calamari, and lobster tail. All right, so as always, there's lots more review. We have the full test of all 3 sections, the PDF you can go over. We didn't do definition games or a lot of other things. But if you learn the dinner foods, I promise, going out for dinner will be much easier. Thanks for listening to the Cool English Podcast. Have a great week.
You want to learn English? Cool English.
Do you want to learn
Cool English.
cool English, dude? English.